What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. We're going to get into TNA Impact from September the 11th, 2025. A pretty okay show. It could have been better. Again, I still have problems with TNA. I don't understand why they're still pushing certain guys. We'll talk about those guys like we always do, week in and week out when we do the TNA reviews. And we are 2 weeks away until Victory Road. They are still figuring out that card, getting that card finalized, and we are officially now a month away until Bound for Glory, which is great. So we should have the TV deal announced at Bound for Glory. Can't wait for that. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And hopefully TNA really puts their best foot forward for Bound for Glory. Not just with Trick Williams and Mike Santana, but really actually make that entire card from top to bottom feel special. And that's what really should happen for Bound for Glory. This really should be their biggest Bound for Glory to date. They should go out with a bang. This is TNA's version of WrestleMania, so I'm looking forward to it. We have about 5 weeks until Bound for Glory, so I am definitely excited for that. Before we get into the review, let's just reflect on September 11th, 2001. It's sad what happened. It's hard to believe that it's been 24 years. I was in middle school at the time. I was in 8th grade. I remember like it was yesterday. My teacher at the time, she ended up calling us all in. It was a small class. I think it was like maybe about 10 of us, and we all watched the Twin Towers go down. It was a tragedy and travesty at that time, and it still is now. And I ended up going home. My cousin and I, we ended up, walking home. They ended up dismissing school after that happened, and I'll never forget that. It was a sad day, and it still is. So never forget. Keep the families of those in your thoughts and prayers, and just love on your friends and family. So let's go ahead and get into TNA Impact. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night. Moose versus... who did he face? This really pissed me off. So Moose faced... hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. He faced AJ Francis from First Class, basically. I don't know where Rich Swann is. So this is basically a quote-unquote heel versus heel. This is the first match of the night. I don't give a fuck about it. Moose wins. I don't know where Rich Swann is. It's kind of weird that he was not there. It is what it is. Mustafa Ali was on commentary, so that's a good thing. So Moose ended up winning. He won via the spear. So, it is what it is. I like AJ Francis. He's a cool heel, but I don't want to see him wrestle. I just don't. I have no interest in that at all, period. He fucking sucks. So post-match, Moose laid out a one-on-one challenge to Mustafa Ali at Victory Road, which is fine. I don't understand why TNA has this obsession with trying to turn the system face. I hate it. Fuck the system. The system sucks. I don't know why they still continue to push the system. They've been pushing them since, I believe it was the middle part of 2023, and I'm tired of it. Enough is enough. They need to move on from the system, for real. Pull the plug on that. Pull the plug on the entire faction. Matter of fact, actually get rid of the entire faction and just send them off to Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. That's where they really should be at. Moving on. So the system, they're backstage and they promise to be problems for the Nymphs and also be a problem for Order 4 down the road. I don't care about this at all. Moving on. This leads us into Joe Hendry defeating Travis Williams of the Northern Armory. It was supposed to be Eric Young, but Eric Young, it was all a setup basically. So Travis basically lost via the standing ovation. And then post-match, Eric Young attacked both members of the Northern Armory. He basically punished them for their loss. He gave them both a power driver. I don't care about this shit. I don't understand why TNA still continues to push Eric Young. He's not needed anymore. Same thing with Frankie Kazarian and others. It's just time to move on from those guys. I don't even want those guys as producers. Just move them on like they did Sami Callihan. Like, please. I don't get the point of this. I don't understand the point of Eric Young's cleanse. It makes no sense. I wish he would get cleansed from TNA. Seriously. Because Eric Young is really bringing down this product. And as we get closer to Bound for Glory and TNA ends up getting an actual decent TV deal, I would assume they're going to have to get rid of a lot of TNA's dead weight. And they have a lot of people on that roster that are dead weight. So it's just a fact. Not being an asshole, just being real. Moving on. So Alicia Fox, she had a podcast. She interviewed Gia Miller on the entrance stage. So Alicia Fox accused Gia Miller of keeping Tessa Blanchard at home because Tessa was suspended for attacking Gia Miller back at Slammiversary. So basically, Gia Miller gets into Victoria Crawford's face, so the crowd boos, and then Jody Threats comes out to settle things down, and then basically Victoria Crawford promised to threaten to do something to Gia Miller, I guess. I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention with this. This is fine, I guess. Is this important? Not really. We all know Gia Miller's been a wrestler for a while. She wrestles on the indies from time to time here and there, so, it is what it is. But I guess her versus Tessa at Slammiversary, my bad. Not Slammiversary, but Bound for Glory is fine. That's fine. But is it the best use of Tessa? No, it's not. It really isn't, but there's not much we can do. Moving on, this leads us into a fatal four-way. It was Myron Reed versus Jake Something versus Trey Miguel versus Zachary Wentz. So it was basically all three of the Rascals versus Jake Something. Leon Slater was out on commentary, which was cool. And my boy Myron Reed got the win. He wins via the Springboard 450 splash for the 1-2-3. So that's great. So it's going to be Leon Slater and Myron Reed at Victory Road, and that's cool. So good stuff there. I do like this. Really, really good shit. I actually do like it. I'm kind of intrigued to see what is going to happen with that one. That should be fun. So then this leads us into Heather by Elegance versus Jessie McKay. I forgot her WWE name. It escapes me. Was it Peyton Royce? Can't remember. Anyway, Cassie Lee gets the win, so she wins via the spinning suplex, which is kind of cool. So that's fine. Moving on from that. Again, that's setting up the Elegance brand versus the Inspiration at some point, either at Victory Road or at Bound for Glory. Probably more than likely at Victory Road versus Bound for Glory. That doesn't seem like a Bound for Glory match, if we're being honest. Moving on, Steve Macklin, he shows up. He runs down my bad. Moving on, Steve Macklin shows up. He runs down his list of accomplishments as being international champion and promises to make Frankie Kazarian the next name on that list. I don't care about this at all. I really don't. Moving on, so more Elegance brand stuff. So the personal concierge, he shows up. He has Santana Marella for a stipulation in the Knockouts World Title match at Slammiversary. My bad, at Victory Road. So Santana Marella, he made the match no DQ, and made Indy Hartwell the referee. So the personal concierge, he keeps talking, and so Santana Marella made the Elegance brand versus the Inspiration for the tag team titles at Victory Road, which is cool. So it's going to be a 6-woman tag next week. It's going to be Masha Slamovich and the Inspiration versus the Elegance brand next week. So that should be pretty cool. And then both Heather and M by Elegance, they drag the concierge out of the ring before he could do anything else, which is kind of funny. So I do like that. So there is that. Mike Santana, he showed up. He got attacked by Trick Williams, which is cool. So Trick took him out and everything, beat him up pretty bad. So security broke out the fight and everything, but I like the fact how Trick got the better of Mike Santana here. So this is interesting. We should see Mike Santana probably on Tuesday at Homecoming showing up. He's probably going to end up costing Trick and Mello the win against DIY this coming Tuesday, which should be fun. Then the main event of the evening, which was the Nemes, Ryan and Nick Nemeth versus the System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. I don't care about this shit at all. The Nemes basically get the win, and who cares? So post-match, Ryan Nemeth invokes the rematch clause next week. So the Hardys come out to confront the Nemeth, and then the referees keep everyone separated. And so it's going to be the Hardys versus the Nemeth next week. So that should be fun there. Cool stuff. This show, like I said, was okay, but it could have been a little bit better. But it is what it is. Victory Road is shaping up to be sort of okay. I'm just really focused on Bound for Glory at this point. So it is what it is. But what did you guys think of? Well, I actually did like the Trick Williams stuff. I thought that was pretty good. I do like that. But I don't care about the System. They're over-featured on this show. I do like the Elegance brand, what they're doing. That's good there. I don't like the fact that they are still trying to push Indy Hartwell. She doesn't have it. Move on from her. Either use Masha as the face or use Mara Sade. Use her, a.k.a. Jakara Jackson. But you got to move on from Indy Hartwell. She don't have it. She don't fucking have it. So it is what it is. But what did you guys think of TNA? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.